We'll soften this up. We'll blend it out. And that's your fundamentals, your basics. You made me proud, girl. Thank you. Today. Let's leave a little bit here. We can leave more on the sides here. So that's the front.
If you were doing a corset, would you have to take off even more?
Huh?
If you were doing a corset, would you have to take off even more?
In terms of the ease?
Yeah.
No, there's only 1/2 inch ease added. Okay? However, there are some other things. Corsets are based on tension. Okay? So you can't even do a half on a muslin for the figure. You have to do the whole thing because the whole thing together works, pulling and sucking in. I know a woman, she gets 12 inches off her waist when she puts a corset on.
She puts her foot into it.
Well, there's a whole culture, girl. There's a whole, and they train. They training, right? Training, right, Miss Roma? Weren't you, who was it in bra making? Who was doing all that stuff?
Who was doing the training?
Yeah.
I would say Jackie might.
Yeah, remember,
Yeah.
Jacques? She was into that. Okay. Thing about it is. So this one, goodbye. So when anything to do with the bust, people, you gotta contour or around the bust. Okay, let's get rid of this. And then we'll add more paper in. This is nice and fluid and flowing. Okay, I'm gonna tape it up, add in my paper, and then I wanna bring these together and just make sure, okay? Those in there, the internal stuff in between. Do I have paper there? Do I have some paper? I usually have rolls of paper.
It's
Can I
behind
just-
you.
I know, but I'm not gonna put here, just, those are all mine. Is there some I can cut off of there for seam allowances? Yes, Mary, there is. You don't know me and my paper issues yet. I got paper issues. I don't like wasting it, even though I don't pay for it. This is irrelevant. Paper grows on trees, literally. So, it's not good for the environment. Where's the tape? Did that go flying?
It's on the table.
Right there.
I got paper issues. Now, do I have to extend it or anything, make these even? No. Because they will be even. Because I have notches, I can use this waist for the back. So maybe you want to take a little picture of that. I can cut this and use for the front. You guys can take that one. Ah, pain. There's so much pain. Ah! Don't videotape any of that. You got it all in there. I sound like a cat. I sound like a crazy person. I sound like a lot of things when I teach. But I'm passionate about it, that's for sure. What crazy weather have we been having? I can't stand it anymore. It's June. Hello. Is anybody listening?
No.
Okay. 1/2 inch. I'll start with the back because it's easier. I use a pen for seam allowances. I just do because I have a point. I hate pens, but that's the place I want to use it. Did it go flying some more? There it is. 1/2 inch for my style lines, princess lines. I'm gonna say this to you, you can never put more than a 1/2 inch seam allowance on a princess line. Not in jackets, not in bra making, not in bridal. You cannot.
More than 1/2 inches?
Yeah, on the style line, the one that comes through the body, okay? What? Then I'm gonna say something else. What happened there? Please, 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 please don't forget to extend your notch. It has to come. What am I looking at? Let's review. We did this last time. This is what? What's this line? Stitch line, and this is?
Cut the line.
Cut line. Let's be clear. Often you get confused, and then as things go on, get more complicated, you've lost that somewhere, and you don't know, you get confused. And you really have to be clear as things get more complicated, which is which. Which is the cutting line, and which is the stitching line. Is this what I did? Yeah, that was me before. Yeah. All right, center back. When it comes to these garments, these are sort of higher end, more complex, more expensive kinds of garments, correct? All right, so I'm going to add, what seam allowance on the center back? Yeah, that's all I do. I hear some crazy things, 3/4 of an inch, lap zipper, blah, 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 blah. If you see me do a lap zipper, I could do it with a 1/2 inch, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys how to do some sewing techniques, okay? Really, you can't, more seam allowance, if you put a 1 inch center back seam, it's just gonna give you aggravation, because then you have to position, how wide's the zipper? It's not 1 inch. Then you have to plan that placement in terms of width and length, and it's just, no, don't. 1/2 inch for the center back is enough. I could do all kinds of good zippers back there with a 1/2 inch. And if I was gonna do lacing or something else, I would have grommets and an underlay. Again, all I need is a seam allowance, okay? Cut this off too, so you're not confused. Okay, so center back piece. There's the notch. Great. Side back. On my side seams, I can add a 1 inch seam allowance, and when I do custom work, my own, and people's, that's the only place you can effectively put 1 inch seam allowance. Because your body naturally sits in this position. If I have 1 inch inside here, okay, so say I gain weight, or somebody else wants to use the dress or something else, and I go and let it out. Will that fabric be affected?
No.
Stitches, bridal wear, lace, delicate things, maybe. The only place I can hide it,
It's under the
alterations effectively, is in this side seam. That's the only place I'll give you a 1 inch seam allowance, and I recommend it for your projects, okay? That's what gives your garment longevity, makes it last longer. And is this the kind of garment we would like to last longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she wants to pass it down to her daughter. Who knows? We all sort of have these fantasies that we never do, but anyways. Maybe she wants to renew her vows, you know, in 25 years or whatever. She's gonna have that 1 inch in there
Extend over 25 years.
to be able to do that. What are you laughing at?
I need more than an inch for that. 25 years for
Yeah, that's right. Why, you don't think I can
Anything
put
on
my
the
wedding
side is
dress
1
on?
inch.
I can't zip it up, but I can put it on. I don't even have it. I think I recycled it. Where is my wedding dress now?
所有的都是1 inch，
Recycled the crap out of it.
就是因为你要
I
把它
took it
练
all apart. I'm not gonna have that thing sitting there. Yeah,
Everything
no,
else
no,
is,
no.
yeah.
I'm putting a
Your
1/2
center
inch
back
on the
is 1/2
bottoms.
inch. Your style lines is 1/2 inch.
Standard
So it's
stuff,
only the
people.
sides that are inch.
Yeah, it's a good thing Eric's not here tonight, because then both of you can sit there and laugh at us.
And he would laugh.
Yes, he would, I know he would.
不是，只是那个 zipper 那里。
He had to go somewhere tonight, he's got a replacement there.
He has a fashion show
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, he's in a fashion show,
Yeah.
he's walking,
No, he's
哦，
presenting
，his
his work.
这个是
garments?
外衣。
I wanted to go, but
嗯，
那
You
前
know
面
what,
这
I
个
don't remember which line it was.
from
Not good.
side flow 也是弯一圈。
Okay, so let's do a little
前面这一
scratchy
块的
thing
这
so
个
we
是
know
弯
which is which.
对啊，
I'm
对
just
对
eyeballing
对，
it.
看看，
The quarter on top,
我
like,
看看，
你看看他的要求
or
吧。
half an inch.
Leave it
The
alone.
curves,
Mm.
I think.
Yeah, because we have bones, we have interlining, we got all kinds of things. Leave it standard half inch, only at the side
应
seam,
该是一
please.
样的，
Yeah,
不然太奇怪了。
we got a lot going on in these garments. So enclosed seams, you're not gonna have a lot of collars and cuffs on wedding dresses where you do the quarter inch. So, most important, I gotta move that notch to the cutting line. Right now, it's at the stitching line. Okay, and there's my side seam. I'll use this one as my notch. But can I mix these up?
No.
Wait a minute. You sure I can't? I might, because notch here, notch there.
Then do a,
Let's do it